Hey, Jane Addams parents, thank you very much for joining this virtual open house. And now you are in math class. So I first want to introduce myself. My name is Jordan Gage, and I teach honors algebra here at Jane Addams. And what I am going to go through is kind of give you an idea of what remote learning is going to look like in math this year and how it's different than it was in the spring. And if there is any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to email me, give me a call, or send me a remind, and I'll be glad to answer any further questions you have. So here we go. All right, so here is my email address, gagej@vvsd.org. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out using that. A little about myself. This is my 15th year teaching middle school math, 7th year at Jane Addams, and I actually met my wife here. My brother has taught here, and my sister-in-law has actually taught here. So it's a pretty special place, and I look forward to teaching your kid here as well. I have one kid. His name is Zayden. He's incredible. So I know that he's only 2, but all the time, all the wants that I have in life for this kid, like I definitely understand what you parents are thinking as well for your child. So I promise to do the best I can this year to ensure they get a great education and they enjoy my class as well. Here is a remind. I use this. This is a way to quickly get information out to parents. So if you want to join by text, just put in the number 81010, and then you can text the message at Gage Math 21. Or if you have a lot of teachers using Remind, then you can get the app as well. So whatever one you prefer, or I could just email you. So whatever works for you. The remote math plan for this year. So it looks a lot different than in the spring. So first, math, we will meet on Zoom every day this year. So that's definitely different than in the spring last year. Also, throughout the math block, I will be available to answer questions on Zoom. So even if students are working independently on something, they can always come back into Zoom during that block of time and ask me questions, and I can go through examples and put some on the whiteboard or help them out that way as well. So please know that I'm always available throughout that block. And then we will be utilizing a flipped classroom model, which means that sometimes students will take part in watching videos and doing practice in their workbook first, and then being able to ask me questions following that video if they have any questions on that material. So as you can see, there's the plan in terms of the schedule as well. These are some of the things that you will see at home. You can take a second to read that. And then, as you can see, that's the first math book we'll be utilizing, so that we won't use that for probably the first week, and then we'll get into it and then go from there. So obviously my goal is to ensure your child understands the math and is more and more confident as they go through it. Work expectations. We will go through practice problems, and they will be expected to do those problems and watch videos for every lesson assigned. Students will be expected to actively engage and participate in Zoom. So I know Zoom isn't, some people aren't really big into communicating and talking on there, but we will have breakout groups and do different things to get students participating and active in learning on there. And then lastly, but not least, bring a positive attitude and be ready to do their best. I know this situation is much different than what we would all want, but we are going to make the best of it. And I have a strong confidence that we can have a great year no matter what happens. So I look forward to working with your kid on that. Grading, it's not like the spring. Grading will be back to 90% for summatives and formatives 10%. So formatives will be broken up into practice problems, participation in math activities, cool downs, and some other things as we go through. And grades will be updated daily on Infinite Campus. Students who do not complete an assignment will see a blank. So if you get the grade book and you see there's a missing, there's no score for something, that means that I do not have that assignment from your child. So definitely feel free to reach out to me or ask your child about that, and then I'll get that updated in there once that's turned in. And then lastly, I'll give you a second to read it. Okay, so obviously there are times where you're looking at material, especially as higher in math that we get, things are taught differently than probably what you've seen in the past. And so I remember that I would be working with my dad, and he would teach me things much different than what the teachers taught me. And so I'd get frustrated that they were so different. And so rather than spend a lot of time at night going through those conversations and trying to learn that material, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm going to give you some ways, some strategies that could also help with that. So one, Khan Academy and YouTube, there are some interesting, funny guys on YouTube that will give the same information. It may be taught a little different, but it will definitely help your kid rather than being completely lost. Khan Academy, a great video and practice problems on there. Google Classroom, I'll post answer keys and I'll provide additional video supports, kind of like this video here. I will put math problems up, go through them myself, and then post it on Google Classroom to help students who need additional support. And the math books online, so that's definitely something that students can utilize. And then, as always, I will have office hours throughout each week that I'll send through remind and emails to let you guys know when I'm available and how I can help your kid. So definitely reach out to me if ever there's a problem. I look forward to an incredible year teaching your kid, and any questions whatsoever, just reach out. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your night.